this episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved, we're going to be discussing a story that's very close to my heart: the disappearance of Shane Madej. Also, I'd ask that you excuse the subpar editing. This is due to the fact that I've been cut off from all BuzzFeed editors, and I'm editing this all myself. As you know, Shane is my co-host in this very show, BuzzFeed Unsolved. He and I are like brothers. This is why it saddens me to tell you that he has disappeared. On this episode, we will be discussing the facts and figuring out why this case is unsolved. The story starts out 2 weeks ago, which was the last time that Shane was seen. When he was last seen, he was also accompanied by BuzzFeed Unsolved's producer, Steve, and also the cameraman. However, when I asked them for an interview, they said, and I quote, "You are insane. You totally killed him." End quote. However, this is not incriminating evidence because they are both stupid. Due to this fact of them being stupid, I had to search a little deeper, and what I found made me spooked. After searching around for a bit, I found a clip that I think I should play.
Hello everyone. I know you may be asking why are they making this video. It's kind of a strange video to make, but as you can probably tell by the title, it's not really good news. I've been talking to the producers. This is the main producer, Steve Jobes, and
Jobes.
Jabez, and we have actually mutually decided that Ryan being on the show is no longer sustainable. You might have been able to tell the past few episodes, they just haven't been that high quality that you guys know, and we just want to deliver that every time. And I don't know exactly why that is. I think he's struggling with some sort of mental health problems. He's sort of acting like putting himself in the place of these killers in true crime. I don't quite understand it. And he's taken this obsession with ghosts a little too far, saying he's like Kesha and has intercourse with them.
It's a dark time.
Yeah. In the episodes you can see, I try to ground him in reality. I try to say, no, there's no ghosts here.
Mm-hmm.
He just doesn't listen. I think this whole researching this stuff has created a monster in Ryan.
Allegedly.
Oh.
Go!
As you can see in the video, Shane's captor appeared to have jumped him there and chased him. You can also hear the killer, but police say this is not good evidence because it could be tampered with. Despite this, the police do have a few suspects, which takes us into the theories. My first theory, and the theory that I think holds the most weight, is the theory that a ghost was chasing after Shane. This theory is supported by the fact that in the video, Shane disputes that ghosts are real, and I know they are real. This would in turn anger the ghosts and send them after Shane. This would also explain why the cameraman and producer also did not want to speak out in fear that the ghost would come after them because nothing can save them from a ghost. This theory also explains why a body has not been found yet. I believe that the ghost indeed inhaled him, and he was also turned into a ghost at that moment. The second theory is that Shane actually went into cardiac arrest. Now, this theory would explain why Shane and the gang were in such a hurry to leave. He could have been feeling weird heart palpitations, so this would have caused the whole frantic atmosphere in the video. I can also vouch for this theory, saying that he had to take cholesterol pills. And also, I'm his best friend and I know everything about him, so therefore, I am right. The main thing to note about this theory is that I am innocent in it. I could not have any hand in this, and that is a fact. This final theory is one that I'm only including because the fans keep asking me and nagging me about it, so I declare my name. This theory claims that I, Ryan Bragara, am the one who kidnapped him. However, this would make no sense, since I am super sane and would have no motive at all. I am a totally normal guy who likes doing totally normal things, and sex with ghosts is totally normal. Plus, Shane and I were just best buds. There is absolutely no way that I would do any of this. No. Plus, at the time, I was at home watching The Office. I love The Office. I love Dwight Schrute. He is my favorite character. Also, Andy Dwyer from Parks and Recreation is pretty good too. The point is, none of this makes any sense. I did not do it, and that is final. Now that I've laid out all the facts and all the theories, tell me what you think in the comments. Unless it's saying that I did it, in which shut the hell up. There's no way to ever know what happened to Shane. That's why this case better remain unsolved. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. 'Twas blind, but now I see. End quote.